Welcome back. In this module, we'll dive into the core components of Splunk. Understanding these components and how they interact is crucial for anyone looking to master Splunk. We'll cover forwarders, indexers, indexes, clustering, search heads, deployment server, license manager, and the monitoring console. Let's get going. Forwarders are Splunk's agents that collect data from various sources and send it to the indexers. There are two types of forwarders: universal forwarders and heavy forwarders. Universal forwarders are lightweight and efficient. They are best suited for collecting and forwarding data without any transformation or parsing. Heavy forwarders can parse, filter, and transform data before forwarding it to indexers. They are used when you need to pre-process data to reduce the load on indexers, or when data needs to be routed to multiple indexers. Indexers are the workhorses of Splunk. They receive data from forwarders, index it, and store it in the appropriate buckets. Let's have a quick look at the data flow. Data ingestion: data from forwarders arrives at the indexers. Parsing: the data is parsed into individual events. Indexing: parsed data is indexed and stored in buckets. Indexers perform several key operations. Data indexing: that means storing data in a way that allows for fast search and retrieval. Search: responding to search queries. Replication: ensuring data availability and redundancy in a clustered environment. Indexes: indexes are the storage locations where data is saved after being indexed. The index structure consists of several types of buckets. Hot and warm buckets: data is first written to hot buckets. When they fill up, they are rolled to warm buckets. Cold buckets: when warm buckets age out, they are moved to cold buckets. Cold buckets are stored in a less expensive storage tier. Thawed buckets: if data in cold buckets needs to be archived or frozen, it can be moved to frozen buckets. Thawed buckets are used when archived data is brought back for analysis. This structure ensures efficient data management and retrieval. Indexer cluster: an indexer cluster provides data availability and scalability. It consists of multiple indexers working together, managed by a cluster manager. The cluster manager oversees the replication and distribution of data across indexers, ensuring that data is available even if some indexers fail. A cluster manager manages the cluster, ensuring data replication and consistency. Search heads are where the actual searching happens. They handle search requests and distribute them to the appropriate indexers. A group of search heads working together to provide high availability and load balancing is called a search head cluster. And a cluster captain is a member of the cluster that manages the search head cluster, coordinating search activities and managing the distribution of search requests. The deployment server simplifies the management of Splunk configurations. It allows you to centrally manage and deploy configuration updates to multiple Splunk instances, ensuring consistency across your environment. The license manager is responsible for managing Splunk licenses. It tracks the amount of data indexed daily to ensure compliance with your Splunk license. If you exceed your license data volume, the license manager will notify you. The monitoring console provides a comprehensive view of your Splunk deployment's health and performance. It helps you monitor indexing performance, search performance, and resource utilization, allowing you to proactively address issues and optimize your Splunk environment. To recap, let's review the data flow in a typical Splunk deployment. Data collection: forwarders collect data from various sources. Data ingestion: data is sent to indexers. Parsing and indexing: indexers parse and index the data, storing it in appropriate buckets. Data search: search heads handle search requests and distribute them to indexers. data management, deployment server, license manager, and monitoring console ensure efficient management, compliance, and monitoring of the entire Splunk deployment. Thank you for joining me in this overview of Splunk Components. Understanding how each component works and how data flows through the system is essential for mastering Splunk. In the next module, we'll dive deeper into how to configure and optimize these components for your specific needs. See you then!